Welcome back, Wolfpack. Verlisify here, and I'm going to be doing a video I haven't seen anyone else do before. We're going to be shiny hunting today on the Wonder Trade. So let's go and start throwing up some random Pokemon. I actually have some decent Pokemon to be giving away. The nature isn't right, but I do have hidden ability Chimchars. A lot of rejects and just random things to just throw off into the abyss. So let's go and see how our Wonder Trade day is going to go. I'm not going to stop after one shiny. I might just do like a set amount of time. It's actually just turning 7 o'clock right now, so I have a good gauge on what time it's going to be, and maybe we'll find some trainers and get some Wonder Trades. There we go. Alright, Daniel from United States. Also, this is actually, I didn't think about this, but this might be a really cool opportunity, because I don't do too much Wonder Trading. A fan could be watching, and they'll know that this is actually my Pokemon from the video. So, peace out, Chimchar, and now we get to go and find out what this Voltorb is going to be. It's not a shiny, unfortunately, so that's 0 for 1. I'm trying to think about the shiny odds when it comes down to this, you know. Average shiny odds on the Wonder Trade, I'm gonna go 1 in 200, you know. We're gonna see how low on the odds, even though it's probably gonna be like 1 in 10 or something like that. Like I said, I don't Wonder Trade, so I don't really know about how much it does. And also, yeah, like I'd imagine that it should put me back into the Wonder Trade, but it doesn't, so let's just start going and doing some random Wonder Trades right here. I'll keep the ones that I'm getting from other people, and that's pretty good. So I was also thinking, this is actually pretty nice. Like when you think about repetitive kind of shiny hunts, you know, you get to do a nice little rhythm, no work, free hands. I get to chill right here. If you're asking about the boxes that are behind me, I am going to be moving into a house, which is better than this 200 square foot apartment. I finally get to record whenever I want. I've been talking about this in so many videos, but it's really awesome. So the boxes are there, the moving is happening, things are going good, and now we're about to receive a Pokemon from Honeymew by Chimchar. Hello, shiny! Oh, it's a shiny! Oh my god, we got a shiny, guys! Two encounters shiny on the Wonder Trade. That's unreal! I was not expecting that! Okay, so we are already 50-50 on shiny. See, if I ended it, the video would be done just like that, but nope. We are going to keep going to the Wonder Trade. We're going to see how many shiny Pokemon we can get for ourselves. Remember, the average shiny Pokemon is like 1 in 8,000, but not today. Not today. Actually, let's check this out. Timid Sheer Force. Actually, I'm trying to like do the math, because we might check out these Pokemon later to see if they're hacked or not. But a timid shiny Hariyama, that just seems like it might actually be a legit just rage reject. And also, I have a mystery G Fuel flavor. I got tired of drinking the same G Fuel, so I mixed all my flavors together. A little bit of orange, a little bit of phase berry, a little bit of blue ice. I didn't put coconut. I'm not a huge fan of the coconut, which is unfortunate, but now we also have some G Fuel to drink while we get more excited for shinies on the Wonder Trade. Oh my god. I was thinking, oh, that tastes not magically delicious like I thought it would be. And we get a regular Beldum. Alright. Could be a nice little Pokemon right here for us. I was thinking it's probably a really bad idea to drink that, because if I get a shiny, just spit it out all over the screen. Just terrible things would happen after that. But we don't get a shiny this time on the Beldum, and now it's time to hop back onto the Wonder Trade Zone. Man, that's throwing me off, the timid Hariyama. It's level 100 though, which is really weird about it. I think it was also Callous Bred, so that might have actually now that I think about it, that's probably trainer ID. Like when you get the eggs, you match up the trainer IDs, then you hatch it for the shinies. That might be what this Hariyama is, and then it was just leveled somehow. This is going to be an Adamant Clear Body on the Beldum, so that actually might be a nice competitive Beldum if I want a Metagross right there, boom. So that's actually one of the cool things about the Wonder Trade, is that you can actually get Pokemon that are usable and maybe encounter a shiny on this wild shiny safari right here. OMG, Amber, what are you going to bring us from the Lone Star State of Texas? I was actually thinking it was going to be harder to do banter and stuff about this, because like, yeah, it's actually fast-paced, you know, it's really chill, really hands-off, but, you know, we actually get a good amount of pace in here. Oh, we get an Eevee! Yeah, I don't think I have an adaptability Eevee. That might actually be good for me. That might actually be good if I can get one of those. So yeah, it's not just, ooh, and it's Japanese as well, so I could potentially Masuda method with this Eevee if I wanted to. And now we hop back over into the Wonder Trade. Yeah, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Like, I even have some story time, like, I wrote down things on my notepad, like, hey, let's talk about the The time I got hacked on Twitter. No, it's already its own video. Like, that's one of these things, yeah. Twitter hack, DDR, almost getting shot. I'll save that one for a different video. I've almost died a lot of times in my life, and I'll bring that up. So, timid runaway. Darn. I don't know if I get to do too much with that. Or yeah, adaptability is the hidden ability on that one. Ooh, let's talk about sign spinning wars. Like, that's my new thing. I was like, yeah, let's talk about that today. Sign spinning wars. So, for the guys who are aware or not, and that have probably heard me mention this several times, I was a sign spinner in a past life before the life of YouTube. I worked 70 hours a week. I was doing all kinds of crazy things. Overnight stock, making pizza, all kinds of things. But my favorite job was sign spinning. You know, you have an arrow pointing to your store and you're flipping it around and stuff. Now here's the thing. I was an entertaining sign spinner. You can look up Verlisify sign spinning on YouTube if I don't link the video, because I'm going to forget, obviously. And by doing so, you can find a video of me sign spinning. Don't do the Liberty Tax one. That was like 4 or 5 years old. That one's a terrible one now. But there's two that actually like flip the sign. Actually, no, one Liberty Tax one. I don't remember what it's called, but yeah, like I have a Liberty Tax one. Actually, they're all Liberty. I'm losing my mind right now. Okay, so no shiny right there on the Noctowl. I'm pretty sure that didn't look like anything fancy right there. Level fit. Is this like competitive? Takedown, air slash, Zen headbutt, synchro noise. Interesting little Noctowl right there. But when I sign spin, I don't just sit there. Like if you see a lot of people that sign spin, they just hold the sign, they look dead. Like 5 hours of their day, just maybe jiggle it once every 20 seconds or so. No, I'm spinning, I'm flipping it over my heads, and I love doing that because I see it like getting paid to dance. That if you're enjoying your job, time's gonna move by faster. I was getting a workout, I was exercising, I was actually fit. I wasn't this pale, scrawny little dude that I am now. I was actually looking pretty nice back then. Now I just sit inside and do YouTube all the time. Might hit the gym one of these days when I actually have a house and stuff. But I actually worked out with it, and it was really nice. I just listened to dubstep, so I was like, I'm getting paid to listen to music. I didn't even see it as like getting paid to work out, getting paid to dance, stuff like that. Hey, a Beautifly, that's different. So that was pretty much my life, and I was really enjoying it. But naturally, wherever I worked, there was always competition. I worked Liberty Tax. Across the street was it wasn't an H&R Block. It was a Mount Rushmore tax, which I don't know if those are across the country. I think it was just like a Washington State kind of deal. But when I was working there, we were just taking business from everyone. H&R Block right next door, Rushmore Tax across the street. We were always getting all the people. The only time people would go to H&R Block or Rushmore is if we had a line out the door and people didn't want to wait. Oh, communication failed. That sucks. And we haven't got any shinies, so we can make do with that. So the only time people were not coming into the store was when we were full from me driving people in. That was like my manager. He'd come up to me. He's like, "This is all because of you." And it made a lot of sense. You know, I'd walk in, people would be cheering for me. You know, I'm just this guy, and I'm wearing the green Liberty costume. You know, I got the crown going on. I've got a dress, just spin the sign all around. People were cheering like, I'm in only because I saw this guy kind of gimmick. Because everyone has to file their taxes, so it's that little bit extra that makes people actually go into Liberty Tax or whatever kind of store you're working for. And eventually, all the other people caught on. So there was a sign spinner across the street for Rushmore Tax, but naturally, he's not going to cut it as well as me. You know, he started off, you know, he had a little bit of groove in there, maybe one twirl, like he'd actually go overhand with that. But I'm already dancing, you know, I'm shuffling, like I love doing that. Every day I'm shuffling, every day I was literally shuffling and getting paid. That was the dream right there. So I'd like shuffle all the way up down sidewalks, spin it. I was able to like spin it off my palm, so I'd be shuffling and just like carrying the sign magically across the way. Got Trico, yo, that's pretty cool. And I was jamming it, and then the other guy, like the guy across the street, he noticed he wasn't getting enough business back. You know, maybe a couple people, because he actually had some. The H&R Block, they were absolutely totaled. They started throwing out like free tax return kind of gimmicks and stuff out there, which naturally it's not gonna be free. You get in there and like, well, we're gonna upgrade you to a platinum plan, and then you're gonna have to pay $100. But no, that's business. That's how it goes. And they started bringing out 3 people. They hired 3 people to contend with me, and that's when I turned to my manager. I'm like, hey, you only need one. Give me a raise. You know, every time I turn around and ask him for a raise, he complied, which was one of the coolest things. Because I come in, everyone's cheering for me. I'm like, hey, I just made you $1,000 a day. You can probably give me an extra $1 an hour. So I started off at minimum wage, which was $9 for Washington State, like $9.04. bumped up to $10.50, bumped up to $12, bumped up to $14, making $15 an hour. I had a $700 bonus coming at the end of the season. I was making pretty solid money for dancing at the time. And because of that, like, you know, I could see just the people across the street. They had to bring everyone right there. I see the nature on Lantern say Illuminate. I thought it said Illuminati. Oh, but wow. All right, so we're starting to fall behind on these odds right here. You know, we got the immediate shiny Hariyama, but it has dipped off quite a bit. Now I'm just giving away Froakies. All right. So that was pretty much it. You know, there was nothing eventful going on. But now let's start getting to time where it almost got violent. That was so good, it was pissing off the other sign spinner. Let's talk about when I was working for Cricket. So you see like 3 kinds of sign spinners. You see the gold buyer sign spinner. You see the, well, I could do it the other way. You see gold buyers, you see Cricket cell phones, and you see Liberty Tax. Those are going to be your 3 main sign spinners. I've worked for all of those. I was a gold buyer one at a time, and then I was working for Cricket. When I was working for Cricket, that's where things were getting dicey, because we weren't even in competition with these people, but the guy across the street from me was like so insecure about himself that he had to like freaking step it up, and we started getting in fights and stuff. So I was working for Cricket. I had a cool little sign, and it was like a lighter sign. You might notice like the signs are like super thick for the Liberty Tax. This one was like paper thin. Like it was one of those signs that like you for presidential candidates and stuff that you like put into your yard, except a little more larger than that and a little more sturdy. Did I like click no on the save or something? Did I screw that up? But it was a sturdy sign. I was able to do all kinds of really fun stuff with that sign because it was just so light. And we got an immunity, Impish Gligar. Let's go and throw away another Chimchar. I'm just giving away Iron Fist for everyone today. And as I was doing that, like this was around October, so there was a Halloween. What was it called? It was a Halloween store, and I don't remember which one was called because I would like to trash their business just a little today because the manager was an absolute jerk. Phantom? No, that's Phantom Fireworks. I have no idea. Dang it, I don't get to remember. It was some kind of Halloween emporium, and they started bringing out a dude holding up a little sign. Like, I think it was just a square. It wasn't like an arrow. It wasn't any kind of traditional sign. He was just holding up a square and shaking it for like 8 hours a day. And he started wearing costumes, and he was starting to like try to barter for hogs and stuff, you know? Like doing all kinds of like just ridiculous stuff. I feel like there's almost like how in every form of job there's an etiquette. You know, there's like YouTuber etiquette, don't do terrible like copyright infringement and stuff, and don't clickbait and whatnot, you know, there's things like that where there's like a science being etiquette. It's like, you know, don't embarrass yourself to try to get people to appreciate you. At least be cool about it. This guy, he was not cool about it. Everyone was talking for me. I was driving business to my store. He wasn't. And he was actually like the 3rd sign spinner they hired. Everyone else just got discouraged and left, but he stayed in. Then one day he started bringing out the samurai sword, like a samurai costume. And he wasn't even holding the sign, he was just making slashing gestures at me the whole time. Just throwing out his knife and like trying to stab at me, and I'd see other people in the cars like kind of point at him and laughing at me, and I'm like, oh, it's on. So then that's when I started stepping up my game. That's when I was able to like throw it up, I'd catch it, I'd spin it back, I'd catch it behind me, and I'd flip it back up, and I was able to put all of his little gimmicks to shame. And I just realized what kind of life I led. I was getting a fight with another sign spinner in a ninja costume. People just don't like me, apparently, you know? Like, here's how I've learned. Everyone I've met in life, they immediately enjoy my personality, or they just find, like, so they want to be confrontational with me. They just want to, yeah, it's like you either love me or you hate me, you know? With YouTube or something, you immediately think, man, I hate this guy, or you find something enjoyable about how I do my own thing. And look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Am I counting too fast? Yeah, I'll just say there's like, we've done a lot of these, but not enough to actually, like, we've only gotten 1 shiny, but I still think we're good for like normal shiny odds, you know? That's thousands, that's hundreds. We're still within dozens on this shiny right here. Let's go for another shiny. That would be absolutely sick. So then the guy like starts hopping over to my side of this corner, and he starts trying to like shake his sign in front of mine, and then he turn around, like use his sword and like try to swing at me to keep me off of him while swinging this fake sword around. And I'd just step in front of him and I'd spin it and he'd get in front of me and stuff. So I go to his manager, I'm like, dude, what's up with your guy? I've had this corner for like the last 2 months. You hire this guy, he starts slashing at me and stuff. And, you know, now he's acting like a total dick. And the manager's like, yeah, I've actually had complaints. Like, the people driving by, coming in, are like, here's Sign Spinner's a complete douche. It's like, yeah. The dude's, I feel like he was, like, absolutely insecure because he felt like he was getting shown up or something like that. Just there doing my thing, being awesome. So, manager yells at him. I don't see him for, like, 3 days. Next time I come out, this dude fucking I just swore, I'm sorry about that. But yeah, he gets pissed and just charges me. Like, the second I go to start my thing, he like takes off his mask, gets up on my face. Yo, what are you doing? Why are you trying to get me fired? I'm like, dude, what are you doing? You're the one that's not even sign spinning. You just turned this whole corner into like a grudge match for some reason because I'm better at sign spinning than you. And he's like, I'm gonna swing at you. I'm like, go and do it. And he eventually backs down, but he's like, yeah, apparently I got him suspended for like 3 days. I got him a pay cut. He lost like $1 an hour or something because he was being all terrible like that. And he goes back to doing the same thing. Like, he gets on my corner, trying to like swing his sword around at me. His manager sees him, pulls him away. I don't see him for the rest of the day. Dude comes back like 2 days later. It's all up in my face again. No, it's not a shiny Wurmple. The colors are kind of close, but yeah, like it's more the purple one on the Wurmple. Oh, hey, look at that. Now that's traditional Wonder Trade fodder. Terrible Pokemon that you catch in game that doesn't really mean anything. Yeah, I'll take good care of that Wurmple. I'm going to send him right back. There's two kinds of people. There's people that put Bidoof, Zigzagoon, Wurmple, those people on the Wonder Trade. There's people that do like Breejex, other Pokemon. I was expecting to get a lot more like obviously like hacked shinies and stuff. I was like, oh, it says original trainer German, but I'm like, wait, what? Nah, you're going, and I'm gonna be that person, because then there's that like 2.5 kind of person that they take that Pokemon, they throw it right back out, like, no, get this garbage out of here. It's a never-ending cycle from the one person that gets this Wurmple out here. It's forever cursed. So yeah, dude charges me again, starts getting all up in my face. Some guy that's like in the thing just like rolls down his window, is like, yo, get off him, because I almost start making friends. Like, people in the car driving by, they see me every day. I was like starting to identify faces. He's like, yo, get off him, I'll mess you up, kind of thing. And you know, he backs down. My manager gets involved because he's driving in and he sees this guy trying to fight me. My manager gets involved, you know, pulls over, stops in, breaks us up, goes over to his manager. And then that's when the other manager of this Halloween place becomes like a total jerk. You know, instead of actually dealing with this absolute terrible shitty person that this other sign spinner is that's working for a Halloween thing, you know, he ends up like just bringing him in every day. You know, there was like a couple of people that kind of show up whenever I was working just to kind of keep the drama down, but the other manager just like gave up and said, you know what, just go be as much of a jerk as possible because we don't want to deal with this anymore. So that's where things started getting really bad. And then after that, like, you know, he was always in my face, always trying to disrupt me, always like fake swinging swords at me and stuff. And you know, I have no idea what that guy's problem was. I was like, go to the manager, I'm like, dude, why are you letting this guy work? You know he's hurting your business. And I even said that, and the manager's like, because he annoys you. I'm like, what? You're the manager of a business, and you're going to have someone represent your business poorly, probably hurting business because he's an absolute jerk, and you're going to allow that. And like, I keep noticing that complaints are coming in all the time. I actually got my girlfriend at the time. I had her go in and make a complaint, and he's like, yeah, we've been getting a lot of those, because he didn't know we were together and stuff. So it was actually this like great thing where we were figuring out, like, it was almost like a conspiracy. Like, I'm like, there's no way that I thought I was actually overreacting. I'm like, no, all of this is actually playing out and stuff. So my manager, he comes up to me one day, he's like, is this like really bothering you? I'm like, yeah, this is starting to annoy me quite a bit. He's actually like winning in that, which was one of the more frustrating things I had to admit at the time. So, you know, we got like an schedule shift. So I was working different hours than that guy because like we were understanding schedules and stuff. My manager at least talked to him to get the schedule, so at least there wouldn't be conflicts. Reschedules the other sign spinner to create conflicts. Like what? So eventually, that was the last job I had because it was getting into season, like this was October into November kind of thing, because, well, there's not going to be Halloween after November, but as that was coming up, I was like, you know what, I want to take a month off because then Liberty Tax is coming up. I was going to be starting mid-December for Liberty Tax, and I was like, I didn't want to be too burned out. Then I started YouTube. So that was like the last job I had before YouTube, and I was just still working super hard, 8 hours a day of just non-stop sign spinning. And Denver, Colorado in the summer, you know, it's weird. You don't expect Colorado to get hot. It hits 90s in the summer. You have light atmosphere, so even with like layers of sunscreen on, you're going to get sunburn and stuff because you're so high up. I guess little atmosphere close to sun. I don't know about it, but you know, it's an absolutely ferocious sunlight. And I grew up in Florida, so me saying that is actually pretty serious if like the sun affects me growing up in Florida my whole life. So yeah, summer was nasty. I didn't want to do sign spin anymore, so that's when Omega, wait, was that when X and Y was coming out? Yeah, because I'd come home from that sign spinning, I'd make like a how to use guide, or just like a random moveset guide at the time. You know, it's like, oh, Keyring OP, Haunted Tree OP, Pumpkin OP, kind of thing like that. So I was doing that, and then I realized, hey, I made enough money to actually support myself this month off of YouTube. I don't need to do sign spinning anymore, so I dropped that job, and also it was November, so I didn't have to deal with that other jerk again. Oh, hey, there we go. That's a Pokemon right there. There's a legendary. Oh, the Fion. Now, Fion isn't hacked by nature, you know. Manaphy, actually. Oh, wait, that's a man. No. Don't you do that to me, game. I know that that's not a Manaphy. Manaphy is actually going to be given away here pretty soon, so might be the offspring of a hacked Pokemon, might be legit. Like, Manaphy, I think, has only been given away a couple of times, and it was like a Pokemon Ranger kind of crossover thing going on. So I guess it could be legit, but what do we have here? Timid Hydration, Fion, named Manaphy, because that dude right there. And it's a Kalos bred, so yeah, it's Pentagon. Interesting Manaphy right there. We haven't got any more shinies. I want to get another shiny. You know, we're gonna see. Can we get more shinies? Like, can we get like 2 in an hour, 3 in 30 minutes? You know, what are our odds right here? I feel like I thought it was gonna be, I don't know. I didn't know what to expect. I think I'm feeling about right on this. Like, you know, same odds. I was either expecting it to be like complete drought or an absolute just shiny after double shiny after silliness, but I think this is still pretty fun right here. I get to do a story time in an interesting way, I feel. Ah, Maractus. Not bad. Respect. Gotta respect Maractus. So, started doing YouTube at that time. I showed up for one day at Liberty Tech, so that I told my managers, I'm like, yeah, you guys need me, because I was legitimately helping business. I like boosted their sales like 15%. Just me, 15% on that sign spinning. That was really silly right there. Because there was like a 20% growth from last year, and they just said like, all right, we could probably see like 5-10% coming around from just like repeat customers and natural store growth. But it was a massive jump, so that was pretty cool. I showed up for one day. I'd already been doing YouTube for 2 months. I was like out of shape again. I hadn't sign spin in a while. I was just like, nah, I can't do it. It was snowing out. You know, I'm outside in 20-degree weather in just a dress and like trying to do this spinning. I was like, I can't do it. It's killing me. Like, that was one of the crazy things about sign spinning. You know, I was living in Washington State, Denver, and tax season is January through March, April-ish for the sign spinning. Miserable weather. Miserable weather. So I eventually got over that. Hey, a Feebas. That's actually pretty cool. You know, that Pokemon used to mean something back in the original 3rd generation. You saw or got a Feebas or a Milotic, it's like, whoa, that's a legit Pokemon. But now they're always under the bridge. So that's a thing. I'm wondering how many more we can do right here. I totally botched the count. Like, I don't have a counter or anything, which would be pretty helpful. Just like, you know, hit. I'm afraid to hit spacebar. I don't know if I have any like pages open or something that'd be affected by it. Okay, yeah, it's like just hit the spacebar. Yeah, I don't have a counter set up, so. So darn. Oh, timid Feebas. I don't think that means anything, honestly. So we'll search for a trade partner. We'll do a couple more of these. We'll see if we get a shiny. I'd like to end on a shiny. Actually, I want to do shiny and see if we get back-to-back. So if we don't get a shiny a couple more, I think I'll end it here. I've rambled long enough. You guys got an interesting story. We also got a nice little expansion to our Pokemon, potentially. Like, the Beldum could be nice. The Fion's something, you know. And now we're going to see what Kevin's bringing us today on the Wonder Trade. Bye-bye, Chimchar. I mean, we got the Hariyama. That's something, you know. And hey, another Eevee. All right, people like giving away the Eevees. That's cool. Will you be hitting an ability today? Yeah, he's gonna be hitting an ability. That'd be pretty cool. What's that other one from Kevin? I don't know. I feel like there's not a lot of people on the Wonder Trade right now, which is unfortunate. Like, man, back in the day, there was a lot of things going on for the Wonder Trade. Also, doesn't Oslov, that Twitch dude that literally only hacks Pokemon to send out to the Wonder Trade and just take a dump on this entire community for profit, nonetheless. Like, I hear that people get his hacked Pokemon off the Wonder Trade all the time, but I haven't seen one yet. Darn. Looks like we don't get to expose a hacker today. I'll do like 2 more. I got my story time out. I actually dragged on longer than I thought. I didn't think I'd go so in-depth with my feud against the other Sign Spinner. I could talk about DDR. Like I said, I want to talk about getting shot at some other day. Things like that. Well, I didn't get shot at. Did I? My life has been weird. Sign Spinning Wars, Circle Kids, you know, those anime guys that wear the Akatsuki robes. I was in that group for a while, so I'll talk about that one of these days. Drop my stylus. BRB. No, I can't find it. There you go. Trying to keep, like, at least a shoulder of mine in screen, so it's not terrible. I feel one thing I've gotten really good at is no dead air on my commentary. Ooh, Lucario. Yeah. Oh, man, I haven't checked for items either. I've gotten some interesting items off this guy. So yeah, there's a Lucario. Thanks, Darren. You just made a lot of Smogon fans mad, huh? Giving away that Lucario, implying that you want it to be a Mega, huh? Alright, so we'll do one more. Are we going to get the shiny, guys? We got the early shiny. I should have just ended it there. Would have left on a high note. Would have been amazing. But yeah, I'm feeling like we can do this again sometime. It'd be pretty cool. Quirky inner focus, no item. Yeah, none of these guys have items, right? No. Let's throw out this Iron Fist Chimchar once again. Alright, guys. Let's... it's not even going to matter, you know? It's like when you're yelling at the TV screen, even though that has already been made like 2 months ago and run through production and stuff, and you cannot affect the outcome no matter what. Share your energy with me, guys. Let's go and get a shiny right here off of Katie. Alright, Katie. You're going to bring it? You know, bring the shiny? I mean, we got the Hariyama. That's pretty cool. I could maybe compare the stats, but I don't know its EVs if it has any. No way! We traded the chip. Alright, alright. That's a clause right there. We get same Pokemon clause, so I just gotta throw this Chimchar back out into the ether and see what we get back. No, that doesn't count. I just got my same Pokemon back. That's pretty cool, though. That's pretty cool. Actually, maybe that's a better one than one I have. Like, Timid Iron Fist doesn't work. I have a couple of those. But an Adamant or Jolly Chimchar would be pretty nice. Wait, where? No, this one down here. Adamant Blaze. Well, at least I gave them the Iron Fist one that they need in their collection, you know? Timid Blaze is a much better one. So this Timid Iron Fist Chimchar is absolutely worthless. Let's go and throw him away on the Wonder Trade. Male as well. So less odds on that hidden ability pass down. Man, I'm a terrible person when it comes to Wonder Trade. Might have decent IVs. I haven't checked the IVs of these guys. There we go, Derek. There we go, Kentucky Derek. Oh, wait, Ost the Hardman 114. Is that it? I don't know Austin how he does his things, but whatever. So yeah, we're going to see what we get off of this Wonder Trade for the Chimchar. In return, it's just a Wurmple. Never mind. Just a Wurmple. No shiny. Level 2, maybe level 3. Alright, guys. Ooh, see, these guys get passed around more than something that you pass around at a very intense party in a potentially legal state. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. We got the Hariyama. Let's go and check him out. Oh yeah, we got. Can't leave guys without the Hariyama. If you've stayed this long, there's probably like 3% viewer retention at this point. Endure, close combat, reversal, 411 on those hit points as well. Yeah, something tells me like, you know, this is level 100 is throwing me off. I feel like this is actually a legitimate Pokemon, which is another thing I was not expecting. Attack speed. What is this Hariyama? I mean, it's so absurd. It makes me feel like it's not legit, but at the same time, you know, it's a thing. So yep, there it is, guys. Honey Mew gave me the just Hariyama. That shiny Timid, Sheer Force, 206 speed. I mean, none of that looks wrong, right? Like the 1.6 million on Hariyama for the level 100. Yeah, I'm absolutely, I'm something right here. Yeah, I'm on Bulbapedia right now, but I don't see anything special. Now I'm just dragging out the videos for no real reason. There should be some kind of leveling style that yeah, oh, leveling rate fluctuating. What is this? So he does all kinds of things, second experience, whatever. Alright. Yep, 1.64. Alright, might be legit. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I now have a timid shiny Hariyama off the Wonder Trade, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Just thanks for watching. I don't know. I've rambled too long. My brain is shot. Hopefully you guys enjoyed whatever went on in this video.